crews are battling a massive fire in Kalamazoo, and the flames can be seen for miles. And as a result, we're getting many phone calls into our newsroom and thousands of views as we live stream this fire right now on our WWMT Facebook page. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jessica Hardhorn. KDPS is on the scene right now, and it's all happening off King Highway at Kalamazoo Metal Recyclers, Inc. on the northeast side of the city. Andy Dominiani is live at the scene with what we know so far. Andy?
Hey, Jess, we are live at 4th and King Highway, where this massive blaze at Kalamazoo Metal Recyclers continues to shoot massive orange flames into the night sky. We're told from KDPS officially this fire is 50% contained, and there continue to be no injuries to any KMR staff on the fire suppression team or any police and fire first responders. That's great news, of course, especially considering just how volatile and how dangerous this situation is. And we're told the fire's been burning for the better part of 4 hours, and it will take several more hours to put out. I want to tell you, this 40-acre compound off King Highway is not on fire itself. This is limited to a debris field. So what you're looking at is a shred pile fire. What they do is recycle automobiles, farm equipment, heavy machinery, and appliances. And when they shred those things, the byproducts, the things they don't want, rubber, plastic, airbags, upholstery, lithium batteries, all go into a pile, all of it highly combustible. We don't know officially what caused this fire. However, in talking with other metal recyclers, that is very, very likely. Now, what we don't know, just how toxic those fumes are. Right now, the state has been contacted, and they are doing an evaluation. Likely they'll be here tomorrow as well. The fire again has been burning for some 4 hours. King Highway remains open. Obviously, you can see this fire everywhere. We're getting a lot of calls, Jess, as you mentioned, and a lot of people are watching this. We talked to one guy who's been watching this fire burn almost since it broke out. 3 hours, though, this fire doesn't seem to be getting much smaller.
Not really, because the more they pull it apart, the more the air is going to get to it. They got to get to the bottom of it before they're going to get it out. All right. They'll probably be here for a while yet.
And they will be here for a while. You can see a crane there. That crane is pulling apart that burning debris fire, creating pockets of air, which is causing the fire to keep burning and burning. But what they're ultimately doing is making that pile more spread out so that it ultimately can be burned out and put out with water. Again, we did just speak to KDPS. No injuries to any KMR staff or any of the first responders here at Kalamazoo Metal Recycling. But this fire, which has now been burning for 4 hours, is expected to burn for several more hours. And we'll be here in the morning to update you on what's happening here at KMR. For now, we're live in downtown Kalamazoo. Andy Dominiani, Jess, back to you.
Andy, thank you. And we will continue to follow this breaking news out of Kalamazoo and keep you updated on air and online at WWMT.com. We are also continuing to follow the recovery process around Southwest Michigan after deadly tornadoes tore through several communities Friday. Those storms left tragedy and devastation in their wake, and now the massive cleanup continues. Tonight, we're learning more about the victims as well. The Branch County Sheriff's Office says 63-year-old William Akers, 54-year-old Carrie Johnson, and 65-year-old Penny Guthrie were killed in Union City. The Sheriff's Office says that 3 were recovered in the area of Prairie Lane Drive and Tuttle Park Drive in Sherwood Township. We've also known that a 12-year-old boy in Cass County was killed during the severe weather. Silas Anderson was found by his parents before first responders arrived. Silas died at the hospital. And now a funeral is planned for Silas. This will be held Wednesday at South Bend City Church in Indiana. The family is currently in the process of establishing a memorial fund for donations. In the meantime, they ask that friends and loved ones wait until those arrangements have been finalized before sending memorial gifts. We are also hearing from family members and friends of those who were lost in the EF3 tornado that hit Union City. Ryan Palmerton says he's never seen anything like this before. He says his aunt, Penny Jo Guthrie, was front of mind, knowing that her house was right in the path of destruction. When he drove over there, Palmerton says it looked like a war zone with nothing left of his aunt's home but her deck. And finding out she didn't survive was devastating.
Unreal. You can't fathom, an instant death like that. You just can't understand and that it's happened. Like right now, it doesn't feel like it is true.
The Guthrie family says they're planning a funeral service and will focus on the wonderful life she lived and not how she died. Well, it's been all of 3 days now for cleaning up this aftermath of the EF3 tornado in Union City. Crews and volunteers are sorting through the damage and looking for what can be salvaged. News Channel 3's Abigail Taylor has more.
3 days on the dot from when this tornado hit, and the community's rebuilding efforts are underway. They're putting the roof back on that house right now. A torn flag behind me showing what will surely be a months-long rebuilding effort.
In the end, people's stuff is destroyed. People's lives are destroyed. We have to work to put them back together.
Branch County Emergency Manager Tim Miner says they now know exactly where the tornado hit and even how it moved, but there's still plenty they're sorting through, making piles, some volunteers, some homeowners burning the wreckage, others setting aside what can be salvaged.
We found items of some people's that were way over here that they brought over, and they're like, how did they get over there? I don't know, and we're picking it up and trying to reunite it with them if it's identifiable.
Emergency management told us we're safe to get up close, and it's really giving a picture of the aftermath and also what's happening during a tornado you don't always see. Like this house behind me, you can see just what shards of objects going through the siding looks like after. You can imagine what that was like during. And then along the ground, you can see just broken dishes all around, and then some in perfect condition, still intact, just lying there. A lot of things still being dug up from the rubble, other things hanging in trees.
There's everything out here. I mean, just imagine what's in your own household. Everything. Just you name it. It's been here. Nothing surprises me anymore. Just dump out a house, shake it around, and, that's kind of what's here. And that's what these people are going through. So that's why we're trying to give them space.
While some items are recognizable, many things are unidentifiable. Shards of glass, nails, wood, and dust. And right here, you're seeing one of the hardest hit areas. You can see some houses destroyed. Others you wouldn't even be able to tell were homes. But we're told that this was a line of houses, now piles of rubble they haven't quite gotten to yet. But 3 days into these cleanup efforts, and they're making a lot of headway. This could start to look a little different even in the next few days. But emergency crews say it'll be months likely before the people who call this place home can return to some sense of normalcy. In Union City, Abigail Taylor, News Channel 3.
Three Rivers is another community rebuilding tonight. People spent all day clearing branches and fixing roofs as they begin the months-long process of repairing their homes. No one died in Three Rivers, but residents tell us the storm destroyed possessions they can never replace. One woman was trapped in a bedroom during the storm and was cut from shattered glass from the windows. Several people telling us they've never seen the community come together like this before. And support continues to pour in from every corner of Three Rivers tonight. St. Joseph County United Way and Victim Services is offering everything from food to cleaning supplies. News Channel 3's Mackenzie Decker has more.
Car after car filing through downtown Three Rivers.
The line has not stopped since we got here.
Each one met with volunteers, packing trunks full of emergency supplies, from food to mops to water, providing a moment of relief amidst days of chaos for families affected.
Hi, gentlemen. How are you?
Among them is Executive Director of St. Joseph County United Way, Kelly Hostetler. She's been here since early Saturday morning, meeting whatever needs she can, however big or small.
Their toothbrush is flown away from the house. I mean, it's the silly things that we take for granted. You and I take for granted, and people who have been through a tornado, all of a sudden, it's not there anymore.
Helping hands coming in from every direction, including more than 30 high school and middle school students from Constantine Public Schools. Some packing boxes, others asking how much is needed.
One household, 3 adults, 2 kids.
Peyton Featherstone is a junior, and for her, the devastation in Three Rivers hits close to home.
Constantine is not far from Three Rivers. It very much could have been us in this situation. It's pretty intense, and it's very important to come help out and make sure people are safe.
Each car is in and out in an instant, leaving with enough to carry them through the next few days. Every so often, a car coming through the line to drop off more donations. something Hostetler says is a testament to the generosity of this community, even as they work to pick up the pieces.
We have businessmen out here who have just dropped everything and come out to help us. It just means so much to so many.
And while United Way is here helping the community, Hostetler says it wouldn't be possible without all of the help they've received. The organization relies entirely on donations, and she says a number of people and businesses have come forward, making this all possible. If you'd like to do the same, we'll have a link to donate on our website, WWMT.com. In Three Rivers, Mackenzie Decker, News Channel 3.
School districts in both Union City and Three Rivers will be open again tomorrow after being closed today. So again, classes will resume Tuesday in Three Rivers Community Schools as well as at Union City Community Schools. Let's take a live look now over downtown Battle Creek on this Monday night. The calm before another storm as more severe weather could hit West Michigan tomorrow night. Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson is in the Weather Alert Center with a look at what's ahead. Keith?
Yeah, tomorrow we start off rather quiet, tranquil, but by this time tomorrow night, we'll likely be tracking some more storms, and the potential is there for some of them to be strong, maybe even severe. Right now, it's all quiet in Coldwater as we're looking live and we say hello to the heart of Branch County. This is the I-69 highway camera on the Willowbrook Tower there, courtesy of the city of Coldwater. School day forecast for tomorrow at the bus stop, mostly cloudy. Rain gear might come in handy. A few sprinkles are possible with a temp right around 56 degrees. That's much warmer than average for early March, and it'll be much warmer in the afternoon too than what we typically have. Cloudy showers possible, 67 right now. A very mild 61 in Kalamazoo. The same in Coldwater where we were just looking live. Also in BC and GR, upper 50s, low 60s area wide. Quiet on live Doppler radar, but again by tomorrow night, we have a weather alert day for you because severe thunderstorms are possible. I'm going to be tracking that for you hour by hour. And also, it's going to get a lot colder by the end of the week. That's in the 7-day report coming up. Jessica?
Keith, thank you. We do have two major stories we're following in our region tonight. The latest on the breaking developments out of Kalamazoo, where crews are battling a massive fire tonight at a metal recycling company. The very latest, live from the scene with Andy Dominiani. And a heartbreaking story from Union City after a woman says she watched what she's built for 70 years get swept away in an instant by a tornado.
Thank you for turning to News Channel 3 at 11. The news continues right now.
And And we continue to follow breaking news tonight. A massive fire in Kalamazoo happening off King Highway at Kalamazoo Metal Recyclers, Inc. on the northeast side of the city. The flames can be seen from miles away. This is a live look at that fire from our Peregrine Tower camera. News Channel 3's Andy Dominiani is live at the scene tonight with what we know so far. Andy?
Hey, Jess, it is not every night that firefighters encounter something like this. This is a massive blaze at Kalamazoo Metal Recyclers off King Highway in downtown Kalamazoo, shooting huge orange flames hundreds of feet into the night sky. What you are looking at is a debris pile fire. KMR, the building, is not burning. An exterior debris pile is what's on fire. They're putting water on it, and they're using a crane to break it up. And of course, what it is, the byproduct of what they do here. They recycle hundreds of thousands of tons of cars and appliances and farm equipment every year. And all of the plastic and the upholstery and the lithium ion batteries and the rubber especially that they don't want goes into a pile. Obviously, that's all very combustible. That's very likely what caused the fire here at KMR. That fire has been burning for about 4 hours, and we are told to expect it to burn for several more hours. Of critical importance, there have been no injuries reported to any KMR staff, and they have their own fire suppression team in there fighting the fire as we speak, and no injuries to any police or fire first responders. But again, this fire that you'll hear about tomorrow, that you may be seeing from your house now or seeing video, this is a fire that is burning in a debris field only at KMR, which is Kalamazoo Metal Recycling on King Highway at 4th. King Highway is still open. 4th is closed, so you probably want to avoid the area for now. The other question, toxic fumes. The state's been made aware of this. They'll be doing air quality studies beginning tomorrow morning. And of course, we'll have the very latest on the fire at KMR in Kalamazoo for you on News Channel 3 tomorrow morning as well. And on our website, that's WWMT.com. Jess, back to you.
Andy, thank you. Tonight, recovery efforts continue in Branch County as crews and volunteers work around the clock to help clear down trees, power lines, and homes that were destroyed. We're also hearing from some of the people who live along Tuttle Park Drive, one of the hardest hit neighborhoods in Union City. For nearly 70 years, Norma Tuttle says that she's called that road home. The neighborhood was named after her late husband and is made up almost entirely of cottages built by family members over the years. When the storm approached, Norma says that she ran across the street to her daughter Julie's home, where the family sheltered in the basement. And when they came back outside, the damage was overwhelming.
There's women looking at my car, and they're just sitting there going this way. Yeah, I was too, but I had tears coming. That's my car. That was my car.
And just steps away, some of the hardest hit homes belong to her family and neighbors. And for Norma, even as the cleanup continues, she says what matters most is that her family survived. A man from Ceresco took a walk in his backyard this morning and found something unusual that came from nearly 60 miles away. Greg St. John lives on the corner of I Drive South and 10 Mile Road in Newton Township. He tells us the intense wind from Friday's storms had kicked up trash and debris into his yard. So he went for a walk into his woods today to pick up some of that styrofoam that he found. And that's when Greg discovered this letter addressed to the Applebee's restaurant in Three Rivers from 55 miles away had landed in his outdoor dog kennel.
I'm like, what the heck is that? I walked over and picked it up, and it was a letter from all the way from Three Rivers. So obviously the tornado must have brought it here airmail. It's right here. It says Three Rivers right on it. It's pretty muddy.
Well, Greg says he's going to wait until the mail dries out, then send the letter with his post lady back to the Applebee's restaurant in Three Rivers. For the latest on recovery efforts, storm-ready preparedness plans, and much, much more, you can always head to our website, WWMT.com. You can also download our app to get those alerts right on your smartphone.
Well, Jessica, hopefully we won't be doing this drill again tomorrow night or Wednesday morning, but
Yes.
The potential is there. And so we want everybody to be weather alert. Hello, Allegan, downtown live, all quiet right now, looking from our camera atop the Griswold Auditorium over the Kalamazoo River and at the Iron Bridge there. All right, let's start off with our severe weather outlook. This from the Storm Prediction Center, and you see most of our area in yellow. That is level 2. That is a slight risk for severe weather. You see this orange just off to the south there. A lot of northern Illinois, a lot of northern Indiana is at an enhanced risk. That's level 3, so a bit of a greater risk. We're awfully close to that zone. So we're going to be keeping an eye on the placement of a warm front that moves through, and basically hoping that that front will stay to the south just a little bit. But all modes of severe weather are possible, so we're going to be on guard for strong to severe storms. Again, gusty winds. Could be some straight line winds with some large hail possible. We're going to see, I think, waves of rain coming through, and it could be heavy starting tomorrow night about this time, and then moving through overnight Wednesday through Wednesday morning. And by the time we get all of that, we could have some flooding. So we're on guard for that. And of course, we are on guard as well for the potential there for some tornadoes. Let's go hour by hour. I'm going to start you tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock. Skies are cloudy. A sprinkle or two possible, but really pretty quiet. Temperatures mild, very mild for this time of year, mid-50s to around 60, even the mid to upper 60s. Our model here suggesting there might even be a little bit of sunshine closer to the Michigan-Indiana line, which would be similar to the setup that we had kind of last Friday. So we'll have to keep an eye on that for sure as we rise up into the mid to upper 60s. First round of rain coming at about 7, 8, 9 o'clock. You can see by 10 o'clock tomorrow in the evening, the South Haven to Holland seeing some storms. Notice how we're just going to have waves of rain moving through. 2 a.m., one wave is moving out. Here comes the next wave in by 6 in the morning Wednesday. I want you to watch how our temperatures really start to fall off here. Chilly showers in here with 40s and 50s by Wednesday noon. And by late afternoon, we're going to be all the way down into the upper 30s and low 40s. Let's look live right now in Grand Rapids. All quiet here, too. Visibility good. Looking south down the Grand, right over the Blue Bridge as well. Grand Rapids setting a new record high today at 71 degrees. Right now, GR, you're at 61. Kalamazoo with a new record high today, too, at 72. Battle Creek with a new record high at 71. Live Doppler radar, all quiet on our 100-mile scan. Let's talk forecast for tonight. That's clear skies this evening with seasonably mild temperatures becoming cloudy overnight, mid-50s. And then for tomorrow, mainly cloudy, showers. And then late in the day and tomorrow night, big storms, mid-60s for the high. Weather alert day for tomorrow, especially for tomorrow night. Your weather guard 7-day falling temps, getting colder with rain on Wednesday, and then much chillier air here for the weekend. Jessica.
Kate, thanks so much. The cost of just about everything has gone up, and some West Michigan families are struggling to stay afloat. Tonight, we hear from a man who is digging himself out of debt and wants to share what he learned. Welcome back. With groceries, rent, and healthcare all getting more expensive, it can be hard to keep your head above water. And for some families, it can feel nearly impossible to get your finances back on track. But it is possible to dig yourself out of debt. News Channel 3's Julie Williams introduces us to a West Michigan man who's accomplished that and has advice from financial experts on where to start.
Your first step you really need to do is get a snapshot of exactly where you're at.
This is Joe Fair of here in West Michigan. He's in his 60s and he's retired now, but he was in debt in his 30s. And that's when he realized he had to make some serious changes.
I saw that my life was going to change a lot. And I realized at that point that probably was going to need 2 jobs.
He even took on more hours at those jobs and really had to work to learn to live within his means.
That was the goal. That was the motivation, and to have enough financial freedom.
And Fair's not alone. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau says they got more than 200,000 complaints about predatory debt relief plans in 2024, just to point to how prevalent the problem is. But how do you know where to start, especially when it feels like your rent, your groceries, and your credit cards are all piling up?
One thing to really focus on, and I will sum it up in a word, is to prioritize. A lot of people are now having to spend their paycheck before their next one comes in. They're essentially running out of spendable funds before their next paycheck comes in.
Chase Imberger is a financial advisor at Gasaway Investment Advisors in Kalamazoo. He does say every case is different, but he says a good place to start is tracking everything you buy.
A lot of people will throw money at their debt problem and just feel like they're not getting anywhere.
Then from there, see what you might be able to cut back on and put that money toward your debt. For one option, you can focus on your highest interest rate debt first. So think your credit cards, your car loans, and start paying that off. Or you can pay off a couple of smaller debts and then use those payments to snowball into each other. Fair actually used both of those strategies.
Often when people can see that they've changed their mindset, they're spending less money to their income, and they're paying down some debt, often that gives them a strength and power.
So say you're making progress and paying things off, but then you have an emergency. What should you do then?
An emergency fund is something that is like a cornerstone to being able to build some level of financial independence. A lot of people, what we see is that an emergency comes up and they have to go into debt to handle that emergency. That doesn't help the problem a whole lot because it creates that cycle.
If you do reach out for help, you'll want to make sure you're using a legitimate company. The CFPB says there are actually a lot of companies out there that'll charge you more, but then they'll tell you that they're helping you get out of debt. We do have some of those legitimate resources for you on our website, WWMT.com.
And we'll have a final look at your forecast when we come back.